Any donor that puts money into a program should expect a positive result at the end of it. If you put money into a program and you introduce into that program elements that set it up for failure, then you are throwing your money into a bottomless pit. But if you work with the recipient of that assistance in understanding what the program is all about, in putting in place strategies that work, then that support is worth every cent. We have this money. If you embark on program A, B, and X, we'll give you that money. Those programs will not have been thought out properly. There would not have been sufficient situational analysis to determine whether they will work. Now, as I'm talking to you now, I don't have specific numbers, statistics, but I know that all, if not most of the NGOs that received funding on the basis that they would achieve regime change, they have now collapsed because it did not happen. And the donors are standing out there and blaming the NGOs for having failed. They have totally exonerated themselves. They are not saying we were also complicit. We should have realized that this was a risky venture. Of course, it is absolutely important that before you enter into some agreement with a donor, you have a very clear understanding what it is you seek to achieve in that partnership. That is, if it is a partnership. We have to understand why a donor, for instance, puts money into a particular program. What is in it for that donor? If the interests coincide, you'll begin to negotiate those interests so that you have a common understanding. For us, as the Zimbabwe Peace and Security Program, it's very simple. A donor who understands that our work is based on consensus building right across the board, that it might be a slow process, but it is a lot more sustainable, that they understand that as Zimbabweans, the kind of regime change that we have in mind is not based on hatred, but is based on broader values of how a normal state should conduct itself.